everyone. Hope you're doing well. Can you believe it's Monday already? The week seemed to just go so fast. So this is oh, you know what? I'm wrong. It's not Monday. It's Tuesday. Sorry about that. So let's try that again. Hey everybody, I miss you. Can you believe it's Tuesday already? Monday flew by and got my dates confused. So yesterday, on Monday, we learned about telling time to the whole hours. And I actually got to help some of you with that. And you guys are really, really amazing. So let's just review a little bit. When you're telling time to the whole hours, remember, you always read the hour hand, which is the smallest hand first. So it's 2. And when this is on the 12, we just say o'clock. So read the small hand, hour hand first. It's 1 o'clock. So that was our review from yesterday. I did get to help some of you, and you're doing a great job, and I appreciate you asking for help. If you need to have me help you on the half hours today, please just send me a remind, and we can pop on Zoom, and I can kind of walk you through it. So today we're talking about telling time to the half hours. This is what your sheet should look like. So half hours means half past. So on this sheet today, they're going to have some mixed in with the whole hours, okay? And then you're going to notice if it's not on the whole hour, like this is 1 o'clock, your minute hand, the long hand, is going to be on the 6. That means it's half past. So if you look at our clock as a whole, if this were a whole pizza and I wanted half and you wanted half, we would cut it directly in half. Notice how in half means the minute hand or the longer hand goes down to the 6. So that would be half past the hour, okay? So let's take a look. If we're at 1 o'clock and we want to go to 1:30 or half past. So how do we get 1:30? If I say it's half past, how is it that it's 1:30? Well, I know you're all great at counting by 5s, and telling time, we're going to get to practice counting by 5s again. So you'll notice as we go forward, we're at 1 o'clock and we're trying to get to half past. Remember, half and half pizza for me, half for you. We're going to count by 5s at each number. So we're not going to say 1 here. We're going to say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's now 1:30. So half past is always the hour. We read the small hand first, and then 30. If there are 60 minutes, half of 60 is 30. So 1:30. Yesterday when the minute hand, the big hand, was on the 12, we just said o'clock. Today when the minute hand is on the 6, it's going to be 30. But we're counting by 5s. Remember, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay? So that's one thing I want you to remember about the minute hand. You're counting by 5s. I know a lot of you that I tried to help think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we count when we're using the small hand or the hour hand, because we say that first. The minute hand, we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if you're lucky enough to have a clock at home, you can see that my clock has 5, 10, 15, and so on. Noah shared a clock with me that he's using. He got it at the dollar store, and it is really big, and it's perfect. I absolutely love it. So not that I want you to go out, but if you would happen to be out, or your parents would happen to be out, they can check and see, and that might be helpful. If you're not going to go out and you need help, just send me a remind and we can get on Zoom and I can walk you through the lessons, okay? I'm happy to help that way. There are also some YouTube videos for kids that talk about telling time that you could use too. All right, so you'll notice if you're on this page, we're just going to do the top 3 together. So the first one says this. So this is going to be telling time to the whole hour and to the half hour. So this is what? Read the small hand. It's on the 9. And we know when the long hand or the minute hand is on the 12, we say o'clock. So it's 9 o'clock. Now, yesterday, I don't think I did an example on how to write it, and I should have. So this is what 9 o'clock looks like. This is the hour, or the small hand. The dot, dot is called a colon. It just separates the hour from the minutes. When the big hand, the minute hand, is on 12, it's o'clock. 0, 0 means o'clock, okay? Now, if you look at number 2, so that was what you're going to write for number 1. If you look at number 2, this is what you have, okay? Now, this gets a little bit confusing at first, and I'm sure some of you are thinking 12. Well, which hand do we read first? That's right, the small hand. The small one goes first. It's pointed to the 6. And look at the minute hand. It's on the 12. So how do we write it? What is it called? It's 6 o'clock. And so this is what you want to have. 6, and then your dot, dot, and o'clock. Okay. Now, we've done those before. This is our second day. Now it's going to get a little bit trickier, and let me show you why I say that. Because number 3 looks like this, okay? And remember, I told you, you always have to read the shorthand first, the shorthand or the hour hand. You have to read it first. Now, when we do o'clock, the shorthand or the hour hand is always in the middle of the number. When we do half hours, remember half past, you'll notice that the hour hand is halfway between the 9 and the 10. That's because half of the hour of 9 is almost over. And as the clock moves, the hour hand, as the minute hand moves from 5 to 10 to 15, 20, the hour hand is going to move too, so it can get closer to the next hour. This is what I tell the kids to help them remember. When you're looking at the hour hand, because you read it first, it's halfway between the 9 and the 10. It cannot be 10 o'clock until this hour hand is directly in the middle. So this hand could be touching the 10, but it's still 9 o'clock because it can't be 10 until this little hand is exactly in the middle. So anywhere from here clear up to here is still 9 o'clock. So when you're at 9:30, you can see the hour hand is halfway between the 9 and the 10. That means it's made its way halfway around the clock. So you're there. So if we started at 9, this minute hand is going to count by 5s. 5, 9:05, 9:10, 9:15, 9:20, 9:25, 9:30. So that's going to be your answer to number 3, 9:30. Notice as I moved the long hand, the minute hand, the hour hand also moved. Remember my rule. If the short hand is between the 9 and the 10, it's going to be 9 o'clock until that middle hand, or the hour hand, reaches exactly the center of 10. So let's try another one. How about this one? Now this one's not on, oh, maybe it is on your paper, but it's not number 4. So you're going to tell the time. You're going to read the hour hand first. So in your head, you should be thinking, oh, the little hand, the hour hand, is between 7 and 8. And I remember Mrs. Ryder telling me that it can't be 8 until this hour hand is exactly in the middle of the 8. It could even be touching the 8, but it can't be 8 until it's exactly in the middle. So it must be 7 something. So 7 is going to be from here all the way to here. 7. Now we're going to start 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 7:30. 7:30. Let me show you how to write that. 7:30. That's how you write it. Okay, so that's today's lesson. If you need to review, go ahead and watch it again and see if that helps. If it doesn't help and you need to talk to me about this so I can help you, please just have your parents send me a message on Remind, and we will work this out. We'll get together on Zoom and we'll figure it out. Okay? Let me know. I miss you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.